Hello guys, welcome to this new video. Today I am going to talk about a rather sensitive topic. Are Japanese xenophobic, or worst, are Japanese racist?
So, let's talk about the worst part, discrimination. In this part I want to divide into two parts. Official level and unofficial level. Moreover, the whole video is entirely based on my opinion. So is Japan officially discriminating foreigners? What is the definition of discrimination? According to Hong Kong law, racial discrimination is an act of deliberately excluding someone or some organization from employment, education, service, etc. An official level, if the government specifically bans certain group of people into their education system with no justified reason, that government is committing racial discrimination. Is Japanese government banning foreigner into their job market, school system or political system? We can see foreigners working in Lawson. We can see foreigners in Japanese university. There is a member of House of Councillors with Taiwanese background in Japan. So, I think in official level, there is no obvious official discrimination in Japan. What is an example for discrimination back in 1920s? The United States government passed a few law like Chinese exclusion law and Japanese exclusion law to ban Asian immigrants. Japan had Treaty of Kanagawa, restricting the activity area of foreigners in Japan. China had a prolonged history of sea ban, banning people from entering or leaving the country. So, in the past, it was a norm to ban immigration. Countries like North Korea was the norm of the world back in 1920s to 1930s. Globalization changed everything, allowing people to move freely in the world. That's something we should be thankful of. How about an official level? Are Japanese companies or Japanese individual intentionally excluding foreigner? We just said there are many foreign workers in Japan. The CEO of SoftBank is a Korean living in Japan. You can't have no knowledge about SoftBank if you live in Japan. In fact, due to its aging population, Japan is obliged to invite more people to work within their country. For CEO level to ordinary worker level, from all sectors in Japan, there is foreigner within Japan. So Japan is not purely consists of Japanese people anymore. It is undeniable that foreigner exist in all sectors of Japan, everywhere, every level. So, there is no discrimination in Japan. Does it make Japan a wonderful country to stay? What about the xenophobic part? Before I move on to the next part, I know somebody is going to argue that they have encountered discrimination in Japan. What I said just now is a general idea of Japan. Japan is such a vast country with 100 million people. Of course there are bad Japanese who hate foreigners for no reason. There is nothing we can do about bad Japanese within Japan or even bad people in the world. However, there are also good Japanese who provide road direction to me, to cheer me up when I was down. Isn't it unfair to single out the bad Japanese and make them represent Japan? Hitler was bad, but do you think every German is as brutal as him? However, something must happen for a reason. Why some people say Japanese are racist or at least xenophobic in the first place. If Japanese are so friendly, there shouldn't be such a rumor saying that Japanese are xenophobic. Isn't it okay? Let's make it simple. I think Japan is xenophobic at a high extent. Wow, wonderful, now you admitted it. Case closed? Hold on a second, before asking is Japanese xenophobic, ask yourself, are you yourself xenophobic? I don't know who are you watching this video. Maybe you are a Hong Kong people, a Taiwanese, or you are from the West, an English or something. Back in your home country, are you xenophobic? When I told my dad that his daughter's boyfriend, namely my younger sister's boyfriend, is a French people, my dad said he was so unfortunate. The only thing that would make me feel unfortunate would be that guy not treating my younger sister well. Other than that, the nationality of her boyfriend and in due course her husband doesn't bother me at all. So, in this case, my dad is xenophobic. I won't say my dad is a bad person. Although I often have dispute with him, he is generally a good person with conservative mind. He is a person who hate to see changes. In Hong Kong, most people I encounter every day was primarily Hong Kong people. There might be a few foreigners like English, Indian, Japanese and Korean, but I won't see them every day. Since Hong Kong was an international city and a financial capital, I have no problem dealing with foreigners in Hong Kong because that's what an international city should look like. However, one might be okay with making friends with foreigner but have difficulties making family with foreigner. My dad was one of those people. Japan is definitely not extremely xenophobic. In fact, Japan is famous for its excellent customer service to tourists. It is because they provide such a good service, thereby establishing such a good reputation. The number of tourists visiting Japan is surging. What I want to say here is everyone is defending for their own benefit. Every country is at a certain point xenophobic. Xenophobia is not just a yes or no question. Can you accept foreigners to be your neighbor? If not, how about if you can accept them to be your colleague or customer? Why do we think Japanese are nice when we are visitors in Japan, but when we live in then you think they treat foreigner differently? I don't know if you have any sleepover party with your friends back in your own country or have experience traveling with your friends. There is a saying that you will know the true color of your friend after you have been traveling with them. I think this is very true. You will reveal your daily habit during travel, and such habit can cause quarrel between your friends. If you are close enough with your friend that you are comfortable to travel with them and you still have quarrel with your friends, isn't it totally sensible when you move to a new country and you have conflicts with the locals? Japanese has been adapting the same garbage collection rules for years, doing the job in the same ways for decades, and leading the same lifestyle for their lifetime. Now you come and try to change it. Isn't it sensible for them to feel irritated if you don't fit in back in Hong Kong? I hate to see people from certain country trying to skip the line when I was queuing for the bus. I hate to see children pee in the public area instead of going to toilet. Those people say such habit is common in their country, which is totally nonsense if you ask me. Anyway, if you do move to Japan or actually everywhere else in the world, it is very important to adapt the when in Rome do as the Romans do rule. It is perfectly okay to maintain your own personality. You shouldn't, nor you cannot truly become Japanese. Just try to fit in, instead of bringing your own belief into the host country, blaming the locals to be xenophobic. That is, of course, if it doesn't violate the your own moral standard. Bad habit in Japan or everywhere else is also not acceptable. So in what way do I think Japanese are xenophobic? If you work in Japan, they expect highly from your Japanese language level. Unlike United States, United Kingdom, Hong Kong or many Asian and Western cities, Japan is definitely not a multilingual friendly country. It is true that due to their aging population, all sectors in Japan are in human resource shortage. However, while they are eager to have more workers from the world, they have no intention of lowering their requirement for the workers' Japanese proficiency. So my words would be, it is true that finding a job in Japan is not difficult, but it is also not as easy as you might imagine. It is advisable to have a Japanese academic background so that you can find a better job in Japan. If you apply job with better pay, they won't even try to hire you after they see your CV knowing that you don't have a Japanese name and at the same time you don't have a Japanese education background. They would just call you to say goodbye. I heard that it is a different story if you are very good at computer, then you can totally forget about your Japanese proficiency. Otherwise, please acquire a Japanese bachelor degree or more to secure a better job. At least, you should go to language school for half year. Finally, I have to share an Asian-specific phenomenon. There are some Japanese ain't actually hate foreigner, but they hesitate to talk with you whom is a foreigner. In your perspective as a foreigner, you might perceive Japanese are isolating you. In their perspective, however, they are just afraid of speaking English or other foreign languages. While Japan might seem to be a highly modernized country, near or even over half of their population have never been thinking of going abroad. There are many reasons for that. Cheap Japanese yen is one of the major reasons. But at the same time, some of the Japanese are afraid of speaking English. That's why I often see two different types of foreigners living in Japan. One of them hate Japanese so much that they want to leave or they are leaving. Another group of people think although there are xenophobic Japanese, they met Japanese who are friendly to foreigner as well, and as a result they wish to stay in Japan for at least a bit longer. The greatest differences between the two groups of people are their Japanese language proficiency. So, they are not isolating you, But they can't get into your world because of language barrier. I said it is an Asian phenomenon because I see the same phenomenon in Hong Kong as well. Although Hong Konger generally speak better English than Japanese people, there are people who are not confident in their English proficiency, or they are shy when speaking foreign language. People tend to be sensitive when they move to a new place, especially when you feel lonely or frustrated. Just remember, there are good Japanese and there are bad Japanese. The same goes with UK. There are good English and bad English. Japan is not an utopia. They have their own problems, but terrible xenophobia isn't one of them. Whatever reason brings you to Japan, sometimes you might need to calm down and relax. The world is how you perceive it. It is like a half cup of water scenario. Of course, if the issue of xenophobia is bothering you, please don't hesitate to reach out for help. Racial discrimination is unacceptable in everywhere, including Japan. As a last resort, leaving Japan is absolutely okay. That's the end of my video. Hope this can make you feel relieved. Man is not an island. When we move to a new place, of course we would like to have social connections with the locals to have sense of safety. I hope everyone would find a place where you can live comfortably, without the fear of being isolated and have your stomach filled with food, ideally having a well-paid job of course. Thank you for watching. Next video, I would like to talk about, in my perspective, how is it like to have Japanese friends. The cultural shock between making friends with Hong Konger and Japanese.